Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Donald John Trump.
This is an incredible and most important marker in Earth's history. As we've seen the ceremonies of transition of power from one president to the next, this one will be remembered for generations to come. A power shift that is not inclusive to America, but a power shift that affected the whole world. The inauguration of President Trump signaled the end to the power that has been in control of the human race for thousands of years. A power that has set up kingdoms with the purpose to ultimately install the New World Order at this particular date and time in history. It signals the end of the New World Order. And it's been anything but a smooth transfer of power. The complete and total containment of evil has begun. What we are witnessing is a complete and total shift of the control of the earth, a changing of the guard, an epic time words cannot express. The Luciferian reign is over, and it's the end of the world as they've known it. Lucifer has lost all power and control of the earth, and all of his mechanisms of deception and manipulation will be exposed completely. For thousands of years, the serpent seed bloodlines pillaged and conquered every race and culture so as to accommodate their means to an end. An end that till now was thought to be cemented and ready to be executed. An end that would have given the Luciferian elite complete control of the earth for the next millennium. An end to the written prophetic convergence of events that would have given way to death and destruction. An end of days scenario. An agenda that would have come to fruition with the election of Hillary Clinton. A scenario that now has been derailed. Trump was chosen to stop not just America's destruction, but all catastrophes tied to their prophetic timeline, which was added to the biblical canon as the book of Revelation. The church, as we know it today, will cease to exist because of its ties to pagan worship. All pagan practices that have been implemented into the Old and New Testaments are an abomination to our Heavenly Father. The curse of the letter has been broken. And you may wonder, what now? If none of this doom and gloom happens, when will Jesus come back? What can we expect? Trump, in his inauguration speech, said this:
"Together we will determine the course of America and the world for many, many years to come. Your voice, your hopes, and your dreams will define our American destiny. And your courage and goodness and love will forever guide us along the way. We stand at the birth of a new millennium, ready to unlock the mysteries of space, to free the earth from the miseries of disease, and to harness the energies, industries, and technologies of tomorrow. Today's ceremony, however, has very special meaning, because today we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people. January 20th, 2017 will be remembered as the day the people became the rulers of this nation again. And most importantly, we will be protected by God.
A transition of power from the Luciferian rulers of the earth to the righteous people of the earth. President Trump, with the help of our allies, will put an end to this Luciferian New World Order globalist agenda. The righteous throughout the earth have the opportunity to take their discernment back from everything that separates us. Religion has kept us divided for thousands of years. Jesuits/Freemasons have the gift of speech, and with their forked tongue can deceive the masses. We have been deceived on all fronts, through our history, through our science, and through our religion. And unlike what we have been told, we have free will and have total and complete control of our destiny, our future. We must regain total control of creation. We must rid of all genetic manipulations. We must rid of Monsanto and every corporation tied to Monsanto. We must stop their chemtrails spraying of our skies. We must put the serpent seed bloodline under total containment. The Luciferians have kept every race and culture on earth under the curse of the letter, and has divided us since the beginning of time. We have been under the Babylonian temple system. God's temple is not built by hands, but reigns in our hearts as our spirit of righteousness and discernment. We must never surrender our spirit to any book or to anyone or anything. We are to concentrate in the now so that we can take care of tomorrow. It's the only way we defeat the evil on the earth. We are the guardians of our Father's creation, and we must regain our post with extreme prejudice. Then, and only then, His kingdom will come, and His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Looking back to what has transpired in the last year and a half is nothing less than a miracle. We've been given hope as we've never felt hope before. And it's not just in America, but all over the earth. People are praying for Trump because they know deep inside that whatever he accomplishes in America will ultimately affect them in North Korea, South Korea, Sri Lanka, Egypt, Venezuela, Spain, Germany, Italy, Canada, Japan. People all over the world are rooting for Trump. The deep state fuse is being diffused, and as indictments move forward, it will be over for many high-profile individuals in the government, entertainment industry, Hollywood, and mainstream media. Many will be shocked to see what's been going on deep in the shadows as pedophilia, child sacrifice rituals, and human experimentation comes to the surface. The government will be rebooted, so to speak. Fake news will be removed and replaced, and every corporation tied to the fake news machine will be charged with treason and crimes against humanity. Our Father in heaven chose Donald Trump for this time as an opportunity for his righteous sons and daughters to take back dominion of the earth. He was born for this task, and most importantly, he accepted his calling. Trump is not bound to any religious indoctrinations, and therefore is totally receptive to what has to be done. Trump's decision to run was not for political reasons or power. Trump decided to stand up and step in to stop the destruction of America, which in turn will save the earth. Something Trump knew he must do at least 28 years ago. He was born for this task and accepted his calling. As shocking as this may be to many, I can assure you that the organized church or Israel have nothing to do with Trump being anointed and chosen by our Father in heaven for this task. Nothing. What comes next will shock most because it hasn't been written, and it doesn't conform to any written prophetic timeline of events that mankind has been conditioned to believe. Our Father in heaven denies any and all prophetic events as described in any book. We have free will, and from this time forward, the righteous must regain total control and dominion of the earth. After the pedophile industry is exposed, the demonic satanic child sacrifice rituals will be brought to light, and every organization tied to it will be rooted out and assets will be frozen. It's not just the evil, corrupt swamp in America. This encompasses all governments of the earth. The tribunals will last for years, and meanwhile, the pharmaceutical industry will be exposed, which in turn will expose Monsanto, which will expose big companies such as Pepsi for the creation and infliction of all types of cancer through the food industry. The domino effect will branch out to many corporations tied to the creation and deployment of patent viruses such as Ebola, and the spreading of DNA-altering nanotechnology through vaccines and geoengineering, also tied to Monsanto. All mechanisms of deception will be exposed, including our history, our science, and our religion. A new age of discovery will begin, and we will understand who we are, where we come from, and what we must do going forward. It's not the meek who will inherit the earth, but the righteous sons and daughters of the Father. So who are the righteous sons and daughters of the Most High? These are those who stand for what's right, those who have a moral compass, those who live in principle and teach their kids to do so. In the beginning, we were given dominion of creation, but we surrendered it to Lucifer. Now it's time to take it back, because we are the guardians of our Father's creation, and we must regain our posts with extreme prejudice. We must rid of all genetic manipulation throughout all of creation, and we must keep this cancerous evil under full containment. Once we accomplish this, the earth will heal, our bodies will heal, and the quarantine will be over. Amazing discoveries awaits us. The good news of the gospel will be understood as we learn to love one another. Jesus' commandment to love one another is the gospel that sets us free from religion and brings us together in righteousness.